hope the lighting is okay for you. Sorry for being away for so long. I honestly was just getting into the rhythm of a new job. Very intense. Hours are crazy, but I'll know in a few months how I feel about it. So I won't comment on it just yet. I can do a video on that if anyone's interested. But today I wanted to do a particular video about a brand that has kind of been up and coming. I literally found out about it because I was getting like blown up with ads, so I was like, okay, let's give it a try. If it means I'm gonna save a bunch of money on the fragrances that I love, then I'm gonna go for it. And it is the Essence Vault. There you can see you have the Essence Vault. So it's essentially your favorite designer perfumes half the price, which, let's be so for real, who wouldn't want that? So I got a few cents here. I have 3 of the 30 mils. I actually have 4, but one of them I actually completely finished up, and it was $7.70, which is a dupe for the K Ali Bougie Marshmallow. Let me tell you, it does actually smell like Bougie Marshmallow. Maybe not identical, but let's be so for real, like, you're never really gonna get something completely identical to the OG being K Ali, because obviously their formulations and stuff, I doubt it's for like the public. I'd say they keep it well under wraps, because at the end of the day, then anyone could be K Ali, anyone could be their brand. So I have 3 of the 30 mils in, so Burberry, I've written on them so I don't forget. So this one's Burberry Her, which the OG, the actual Burberry Her, smells amazing. Then I got Bon Bon, and then Candy Rock, Vanilla Candy Rock, which I'm pretty sure is a dupe for the K Ali one. The Bon Bon, I'm not too sure. I think it could be Victor Rolf or something like that. Then we have 444, which is, which one is this? Is Lost Cherry Tom Ford dupe. I got a big size because I love cherry scents and I love the Tom Ford one. And this one is my favorite, Baccarat Rouge 461. I have the actual Baccarat Rouge, but it's actually from Romania. I think the authenticity, I'm pretty sure it's like real Baccarat Rouge, because I swear someone mentioned that in Ireland we don't really have Baccarat Rouge anymore. I could be wrong, but they also have it in Romania. So any of my Romanians, Jeffat, sorry that was embarrassing. Any of my Romanian subscribers or viewers, get your Baccarat Rouge in Romania. That is the best place to get it. Cheaper as well. So I'm going to spray them here live for you guys. Just, I kind of already have the vibe of all of them, but just for the sake of the video. So I have these little swatchers here. So we're going to start with probably my favorite one. I really do love Burberry Her. I really do love her. So we're going to give her a little sniff. So the bottles are actually nice. They're very like literally the Essence Vault. They're very like, nothing really special about them. What I will say is like the lid is like, it doesn't come off necessarily, but like it's a bit flimsy. I don't know, for me it's a bit like, it could be a little better, but for the price you're paying, once again, I can't really complain. It is in Burberry, it's the Essence Vault, like, so maybe their stuff isn't that amazing, the packaging, but like I can appreciate it. And then obviously you just have the Essence Vault, their logo. You can see there, their logo. This is exactly what the bottle looks like. 30 mils. I should really know the prices, shouldn't I? But I can't exactly remember. I have it in an email somewhere. But I'm pretty sure I got 3 for 30 or 40 euro. It was something like that. I will include a clip of myself talking through the prices, or I'll have them like written on the screen so you'll be able to see. So this one here is Burberry Her. Straight off the bat, when I just smell like this, I genuinely do think it smells almost identical to the Burberry Her. It smells really good. So I'm just spraying it on the paper there. Give it a little second. The Essence Vault does kind of, they will email you a lot if you purchase from them, so be prepared for the constant emails. One tip they do give you, the one email is actually quite helpful. It's about like tips about using the scents and everything, is when you're spraying it on yourself, you're like, I know some people are used to doing this and like rubbing it, but you're not actually meant to. You're meant to just spray it and leave it to kind of do its thing. Literally smelling this, I feel like it's so bang on to Burberry Her. The only like major difference I know is it's a bit more citrusy. Like there's a bit more of like a lemony vibe to it, whereas the OG might have like a sweeter kick to it. This one has a bit more of a citrusy kick, but it's pretty close. Like it's pretty close. I feel like if I wore this, unless they were like a complete Burberry Her fanatic and they could like really tell, someone would think this is Burberry Her. So honestly, if I had to rate this, like let's say for packaging, out of 10 I would probably give this like a 4 or 5. It's like, it's holding the perfume inside it, it's not falling out, you know, that's all I can really ask for, especially for the price. What I need to keep in mind is the price is so affordable, so it's quite worth it. And I do keep the boxes for some of them just because why not. But even with the ingredients there, it's not too bad. Let me see. Yeah, honestly, alcohol, 90% of perfumes do have alcohol. It's hard to like not find that in perfumes, to be honest. But the formulation seems okay on my skin. There was one time, love the smell. There was one time where I had applied it in like my chest area and I had like a little bit of redness, but it kind of went away. It's almost like maybe my skin was getting used to it. I'm not too sure. Now when I wear it, I wouldn't notice anything, but like the first kind of month of wearing it, not every day now. It happened once where I had like a little bit of irritation going on my chest, but wasn't anything too crazy. I didn't really care too much, to be honest. But someone else who's very sensitive might find that their skin might not react the best to it. In those kind of situations, if you still really do want the cheaper alternative and you're not kind of afraid to have like a reaction if it is to happen, like a sensitive cream like CeraVe, Cetaphil, moisturize yourself with that, and then you're gonna spray this on top, so it's not like you're directly spraying this onto your skin. Do you know what I mean? If you still want that kind of cheaper alternative. So good. So that's Burberry Her. Packaging, like I said, 4 out of 10. Scent, I would give her like an 8 out of 10. I think it's so bang on. Like, it's quite similar. It's really similar. Next, I'll go for the Vanilla Rock Candy. I have smelled the original, the Kaoli. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, if anyone wants to correct me. Not that you can, but like, yeah. This one is Vanilla Rock Candy, right? Instantly, it has a color to it, which I thought was kind of interesting. Maybe because it's a vanilla scent. So yeah, just the color is a bit strange, but off the bat, just smelling it, smells really good. Let's give her a little spray. Obviously as well, we need to keep in mind that different skins, like we all smell different. We all have our different like pheromone scent. So something like this might smell super sweet on me, but then on you it might smell different. So obviously you have to keep that in mind as well. I'm gonna let that, literally I sprayed it in the air, and I love this one as well. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So smelling that, smells pretty good. Like, I'm not even sponsor me, the Essence Fall. They will never. Well, let's manifest. Maybe they will one day when I actually eventually amass some subscribers. I have to apologize again for not being online. It was a lot starting my new job, but it's done, it's dusted, I'm in, so now I can come back and focus on the videos again, which I really appreciate. Okay, you can really smell. I have my laptop here as well, actually, so I might just have a look to just have like a reference of the scents, like the notes, because obviously I don't really know too much about perfumes. I wouldn't mind getting into it, to be honest, but I wouldn't have like the best nose for scents. Like, I wouldn't be able to smell something and be like, that has oud in it or something, you know? Not to be so nonchalant about it, but yes. Well, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and pretend like I know my stuff, but I can. So last I was talking about Vanilla Rock Candy. So have the emails here. So for the 100 mils, I actually got 3 for $31.96. There's one that's missing from my little collection here, and it is inspired by Love in White. You know Love in White by Creed? If you do know Creed, I am not very like familiar with Creed. I actually used to work in Brown Thomas, and I was actually quite familiar with Creed when I was working closely with the brand and selling the Creed fragrances, obviously. But would I have bought it myself? No. I think it's highly overly priced. Sorry, Creed. I think you're very overpriced. Like, extremely. I mean, like, if you have the money for it. But for me, I personally wouldn't. And I accidentally selected Love in White. It's more of like, I feel like a mature scent. It's very floral, so I actually re-gifted it to someone else, so it didn't go to waste, don't you worry. So yeah, it was 3 for $31, and I believe the minis, it was a deal. I don't have the actual email for that. I think I paid as a guest, unfortunately. But I think that small ones were literally like 3 for 20 or 30 or 40, so something along those lines. But anyway, with the Vanilla Rock Candy, so it's $469 by the way. And the Burberry Her is actually 463, in case you ever do want to go ahead and copy me in a good way and buy these fragrances. So Burberry Her, lovely. I'm actually wearing this one right now. I just love it. Do you know what? It's like you're being hugged by vanilla. I know that sounds freaking stupid, but it's like a hug by vanilla. Now I want to talk to you guys about the notes. If I can just pull that up here real quick. So, vanilla candy. So, the notes are candied pear, violet leaf, rum, how do you say that one? Ylang fudge. Ylang, yang. I'm not gonna try anymore, I'm done. That one. Marshmallow, vanilla cream. Yeah, vanilla cream. So they are the top notes. Then the middle notes is jasmine, labdanum, don't know what that is, white caramel, and bubble gum. Do you know what's so funny? After kind of reading the notes, here we go, okay. Bubble gum and rock sugar. Then it says it's grounded by warm woods, tonka bean, and this is getting cut off, doesn't matter. But yeah, so they're all the notes. And honestly, reading the description there and then smelling it, I can smell them all. Like, I really can. Like, this is such a lovely, it's such a lovely vanilla, and it smells, I'd say like 70-80% close to the OG. Nothing's gonna smell like the OG because the OG is OG for a reason. But if you want something close and you don't want to pay the Kaoli, don't know how to say it, prices, then this is your go-to. 469 if you're a fan of the vanilla rock sugar candy. Vanilla rock candy, oops. The only thing that I think is strange is like the color. I'm like, does that mean something? Is it old? I don't know. But the color was interesting there anyway. So I'd give the vanilla rock candy probably like an 8 out of 10. I think it's quite nice. I'm wearing it right now. In terms of longevity, in case I did forget to mention, in terms of longevity, I'd say they last like maybe 6 hours, yeah, 7 at a stretch. So I would probably reapply this 2 to 3 times throughout the day. And honestly, the reason I went for the 30 mils is because it's like a size you can fit in a purse. Like, especially if you have the tiny little purses, you can fit this right in. You can bring this anywhere. It's so small, it's so portable. I really like this, if I have to be honest. I really like it, you know. For not being sponsored, I really like it. So I was correct in what I said earlier, by the way. Bon, it's by Viktor Rolf, and I've smelled this a million times, but I never bought it. So when I seen that they had it at the Essence Vault, I was like, now is my time to shine. So I bought it. So I'm gonna spray this one, and I'm gonna read to you the notes. So let me just spray it out a little bit. Like, this room's gonna be smelling like everything. Sorry, Bon. Here we go. Let's look at the scent profile. So top notes, we have, let's get the scent ready. Top notes, we have peach, mandarin orange, and orange. I can literally smell the mandarin orange. Like, it's crazy when you look at what's in, like, the scents that are in it, and then you smell it, you're like, okay, yeah, that's what that is. The middle notes is caramel, orange blossom, and jasmine. And then the base notes, amber, sandalwood, guaiac wood, don't know what that is, cedar. Like, damn. I really like that. The kind of 3 main notes they want you to be smelling is caramel, peach, and orange blossom. And I have to say, you can smell all 3. It's lovely. It's really lovely. Like, for such a cheap thing, like, it's really lovely. And you know what? They preach high quality ingredients. I really hope it is high quality ingredients, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be spraying God knows what onto your skin, you know, or even breathing it in, you know. So for, like, honestly, for Bon, does it smell like the original? Yes. Does it smell exactly? No. Honestly, so far, these 3 smell so similar to the ones they're obviously trying to embody. Bon gets a 7 out of 10. Love. What is there not to love? Now we have our last 2 contenders. It's unfortunate that I can't actually test the Bougie Marshmallow one, because I completely finished it. I've completely finished. It smells so similar to Kayali's Bougie Marshmallow. Really loved it. We'll be buying like 3 small ones just to have them, because they just smell so good. And it's a lot cheaper. I might be able to actually see the little, like, they have beard oil as well, the Essence Vault. You really have everything here. If you go into their option on the webpage that says bundle and save, here we go. So where is their little, here we go. So 30 mils by 4, which is what I got. 32.95, reduced from 60 euro. So that's like pretty amazing. Yeah, the only one I'm missing out of my little 30 mils is the bougie marshmallow. So I'm gonna go next for Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I feel like so many people have the Tom Ford one, and at the end of the day, if you can get it for a cheaper price, like I get it. Some people do it for the luxury. They get it for the luxury of it, and I get that. But I like having some cheap things as well, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna look at Lost Cherry here for a second. We'll spray our little card. That's the diffuser. They actually have an intense version as well. That's quite interesting. So I'm gonna spray it. Little spritz. The 30 ml bottle actually also, I'd like to add, lasts you quite a while. It lasted me like, I can smell that Lost Cherry instantly. It's so nice. It lasted me like a good few months. I feel like that's actually not that great, but it is 30 ml, so keep that in mind. I think it was quite reasonable for the price once again. So let's look at the scent profile for the Lost Cherry. So full note breakdown. Top notes, this one's quite like chill, not much going on. Top note, sour cherry. Middle note, rose, and base note. Okay, so my phone was like low-key overheating there for a second. I will be investing in a camera soon. Where we left off was with Mrs. Lost Cherry. Well, Tom Ford. Yeah, we'll say Mrs. So, as I was saying, not many notes. We just have our sour cherry, our rose, sandalwood, and vetiver. And usually I don't like vetiver, so this is actually like pleasantly surprising. When the first thing I smell off the bat is that sour cherry, and I love tart sour cherry. I think it's just, there's something like sensual about it. Like I really like it. If you walk by me and you smell like this, yeah, smells amazing. Like honestly, this smells so similar to the OG. I've smelled this one now. I basically, safe to say, I won't be buying the original Tom Ford Lost Cherry again. Now, I've had these for a few months now, and I can say the scent doesn't, like, it's like in the bottle, like spraying it again and again, it doesn't lose its like original scent, like the way you would think, because it's cheap, that over a while, like over a long period, it might kind of like lose its original scent that you smell from it off the get-go. Still smells the same. The only thing is, if anyone in the Essence Vault, if you work there, if you pitch out ideas to them, if any of you ever watch this video, what I would suggest for you guys is to make your bottles like black, like not transparent, because when you have these bottles and the perfume is like, you can see the perfume in here, you know, light can actually like affect the scent of these. So obviously keep them away from like your window and stuff. Like store them in a box if you can, a wardrobe, a closet, like somewhere where they won't be in direct sunlight. But it'd be like, I think it'd be a great investment for them if they could like make their bottles black even, or like brown, like a darker colored glass would even help. But Lost Cherry, I'm gonna give you 9 out of 10. You are beautiful. Lost Cherry is 444, by the way. Angel numbers. Now we're gonna end on one of, like, honestly I keep saying they're all my, let's just call them all my favorite, because they're all my favorite at this point. So we're ending with 461, which is Baccarat Rouge. One handy thing that I do like about the kind of like the way they're numbered, like 461 blah, it's super easy to kind of find the perfume. Let's say you want to reorder it and like you're like me and you checked out as a guest rather than with like an account. You literally just look up on their website 461 and it will come up Baccarat Rouge. So we're gonna spray it. The way I came across Baccarat Rouge was so random as well. I remember I was working, literally instantly smell that. Very intense, love it. I was working the Creed, funny enough, I was working the Creed stand in Brown Thomas, and a lovely girl there, I can't remember her name anymore, but she's beautiful. She has a baby now. Love that for her. She's very beautiful, very lovely girl, like really sweet girl. I remember she was like, I was smelling her and I was like, you smell amazing, what is that? And she was like, it's Baccarat Rouge. And obviously me, I'm like, I'm not familiar with that at all. So she's like, we have like a sneaky little hidden one here in the press. And then I think that's when I kind of looked into it and I realized, I don't, like, maybe it was just Brown Thomas that didn't sell Baccarat Rouge anymore, but I smelt it then and there. Like a very random way to come across it, but it smelled amazing. Fell in love with it. My really good friend, my best friend, got it for me for one of my birthdays. So that was a really nice plus. It's the OG one, like the Maison Francaise 540 with the gold template, like the gold inlet, I don't know what to call it, and then the gold cap, and then the red glass. You will see with a lot of the bougie perfumes, like just look at Sauvage. Not that it's super bougie, but Sauvage or Baccarat Rouge OG, they're in colored glass, like red, black. It's literally helps with keeping the perfume in its like pristine, like original scent, color, all of that type of stuff. Just thought I'd bring that up again. So the scent profile: top notes blood orange, citrus. Middle notes lavender, sage, saffron. Off the bat I can smell the saffron and definitely the blood orange. And then base notes oak moss, ambergris, what is it? Ambergris. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there you go. Smells lovely. 10 out of 10. Smells like the OG. Smells like Baccarat Rouge. Lasts 6-7 hours. Let's just see here for a second, right? The 100ml is $23.95. Now let's look at the OG Baccarat Rouge 540. Let's see how much that retails for. It's directly from the store. So if you want the OG, it is €265 for 70. You actually can't get 100 mils, which is strange. 200 mil is then €525. If you have the money and you want the bougie experience, obviously go for Maison Francaise. Don't know how to say it. Don't roast me. But yeah, I have to say, it smells very close to the OG. It smells really similar. 10 out of 10. That was so cringe. It's fine. We live and we learn. So yeah, I have to say, like even now, right, can still smell that beautiful her vanilla rock candy. Beautiful. They smell lovely. I have to say the shipping process was quick and easy enough. I think I got them in like a week and a half or something. Not too bad at all. Not entirely sure where exactly they're being shipped from. Maybe I should look into that. Made in the UK, so probably could be a tiny bit quicker, but hey. I have to say the whole experience with the Essence Vault was overall really good, especially like they do contact you afterwards and kind of say, how did it go? Did you like it? So yeah, I like them. One of the girls actually smelled me and she was like, whoa, that smells so nice. And I was like, it's Tom Ford Lost Cherry, but it's a dupe. And she was like, don't tell people it's a dupe. And I get her, but also gotta let the girlies know it's a dupe. Love them all. Love them, love them. Will I be buying more? Yes, because it's cheaper and like it's cheaper. That's why. And the longevity, do you know what's actually mad? A lot of the like bougie ones don't actually last that long. Just want to put that out there. Will I offend people? Yes, but honestly, you do you, boo. You want to spend all those dollar bills on the bougie stuff, you go for it. Personally, me, no. So yeah, thank you Essence Vault. I really like your idea. I really like the idea of making super expensive things accessible for the rest of us who might not have all that type of money to be spending, especially on something as like kind of, for me, like not as like an investment is a car. Should a perfume be like super expensive? No, but that's just me. Maybe I will invent my own Essence Vault. Just kidding, I don't want to be sued. But maybe not Essence Vault. Ivona Vault. Buy it now. Just kidding. Don't sue me, Essence Vault. I really like his stuff. I actually really do. So yeah, would I recommend buying from them? Yes, I would. Go for it. See if you like it. Buy one. There's also samples. Forgot to mention. Let's go to their bundles again real quick. You can get the bestseller starter kit, which is 6 5ml bottles, and it is $18.95, reduced from $27.95. And I know 770 is bougie Kali, bougie marshmallow, and then I see Tom Ford is there as well. The rest I actually don't recognize, but yeah. Website, I have to say as well, I do like the layout. It's very